Hey everybody, welcome back. This time I want to show you a Tiger Udyr damage build that uses Fervor and Lethality. Udyr's win rate is struggling this patch according to champion.gg. Most people are apparently still building Courage of the Colossus and attack speed like they have ever since Courage of the Colossus has existed. But now since Phoenix is so weak, people have started maxing Tiger, but they're still using the same build that people have used forever with Phoenix. In my opinion, having tank stats and attack speed works better with Phoenix stance. So the build I want to show you today is for being more aggressive early, catching people off guard with how much damage you can do, and sticking to people in combat using the move speed passive on Black Cleaver, while our Fervor of Battle gets stacked up and makes our Qs hurt a lot. We're going to start level 1 with a Hunter's Machete and a refillable potion. If you're playing Tiger stance, you can have a much faster clear with Machete than with Talisman. Early game items would include a Hunter's Potion, basic boots, Stalker's Blade, Longsword. Usually for my first recall I pick Hunter's Potion and basic boots first, and then with extra money I'll buy something else. For the boots you can get Swiftness if you're a little bit ahead, but if you want defense go for Mercs or Ninja Tabi. And there's no rush to upgrade boots, you can wait to see how the game progresses before you decide if you need defense. The core damage items of this build are Warrior and Black Cleaver. Together these will give 30% cooldown reduction, and also make it very easy to catch people and stick to them to stack up your Fervor. You have a Chilling Smite, and then as soon as you catch somebody, because of the Black Cleaver passive, you will gain movement speed with every basic attack. Even your Q burn will give you movement speed for the entire duration, because every tick of Q resets the timer. It also only takes 1 Q burn and 1 more auto attack to get up to 6 stacks on the armor penetration on Black Cleaver, and in our runes we're going to take more armor penetration with Lethality Reds. After the core damage, if you're a little bit ahead, you can choose, if you want, to get one of these Serrated Dirk items, either Duskblade, Edge of Night, or Yomu's. Some recent changes to these items include, in 7.2 Duskblade, the true damage was increased by 25, so it was 50 base damage, now it's 75 base damage for the true damage, plus 200% of your lethality. Also, Edge of Night was buffed in 7.2. The spell shield cooldown was reduced to 30 seconds down from 45 seconds. That's a pretty short cooldown. And Yomu's, there was nothing really interesting changed for a while. Then after your damage items, you can pick defensive items based on whoever's strong in the enemy team. So if there's a very fed AD carry, you might want to pick some armor. But if the enemies have a fed AP mid laner, you might want to pick up some magic resist. For the runes, we'll be using attack speed quintessences, lethality reds, flat armor yellows, and scaling magic resist blues. For the Masteries, we'll be using 18012, Fervor of Battle, so in combat our AD is going to increase over time, which is going to work out well with our lethality and our runes and items. Q activation has ridiculous AD scaling, like 160% AD ratio at level 5 Q. We're also going to be taking Battle Trance for increased damage over time, and of course more armor penetration right here. Then in the resolve tree we're taking Fearless, gain armor and magic resist when damaged by an enemy champion for the first 2 seconds. So it's going to give us a little bit more tankiness in the beginning of a fight so we can survive a little bit longer and stack up our Fervor. We're also taking Runic Armor for increased lifesteal because we're going to be maxing Turtle second right after Q, and this move speed in Brush and River. Here's a route I'd recommend taking for the first clear. Early blue buff helps you keep your passive fully stacked for the entire clear, and then you'll have red buff at the end, which will be fresh for your ganking period, and then you can either gank a lane, or if nobody's pushed on the enemy team, you can invade the enemy jungle. So here we go, starting at blue. I did a double Q burn there, so I activated 1 Q at Fountain, then attack twice when blue spawns, activate another Q, you'll get him back to back. You can kite blue buff backwards a little bit because your attack range is a little bit longer than blue buff's attack range, so if you attack move backwards, the blue buff has to stop his auto attacks to keep up. Level 2 Turtle, and while farming just alternate Q and Turtle. You can keep alternating those between camps to keep your passive stacked up. Level 3 Bear Stance, jump over the wall, and now we choose to either gank mid or top, or invade. Now this time my top laner actually came down to invade with me. We found the enemy jungler over here, chased him out of his jungle. I'm actually a level above him right now. And I'm pretty sure we could win this 2v2, so when this Pantheon chases a little bit too far, I'm able to get enough damage out real quick to finish him off. Got his flash also. And then one more Q on this Shyvana and he will be dead. Because our Fervor was fully stacked and we got a lot of AD. Now here's a different route you could take if you get invaded. In this game, the enemies invaded and stole my red buff early. And since I'm starting up here at blue, it gives me enough time to easily get to the enemy red and steal that before the enemy jungler can get there. So same thing, alternate Q and W to keep your passive fully stacked for a little bit more movement speed. So the enemy jungler ganks and gets a kill down in bot, but we're still going to get this red buff. And we can get level 3 because I know I have enough time just by taking these raptors. I'll also leave a deep ward over here. I can't really gank mid right now, it's LeBlanc and she's not pushed enough, so I'm not going to even try that. Head up to top. My top laner just died, but the enemy top laner is very low, so I'm going to head up there and he stays a little bit too long and I'm able to get that kill. Another thing to watch out for is counter ganking. So right here I see my mid laner getting ganked, so this is a perfect opportunity for me to go in and get another kill. So I end up saving my mid laner from the Xin, and we kill him very easily. Next up to gank, let's try bot lane. Head down there, ping for my team that I'm on the way. Let's jump on this blitz. He gets condemned in the wall, so I'm going to wait to stun him. Don't want to overlap our stuns, we want to chain them back to back. And we end up getting another kill in bot lane. So now we've helped every lane, and we're getting pretty fed. Let's invade this enemy blue buff. We found this Xin Zhao over here. He's not going to be able to do anything against me. So there I actually did not start with Q. I waited until after the bear stance and turtle stance to then use Q, because then my Fervor was going to be stacked up and my Q burn was going to hurt more. Now this blue is up and the bot lane is coming up to defend it, but I'm kind of thinking I can probably just take it anyways and maybe 1 versus 2 these guys. I'm just going to kite around the back of it to maybe save me from a Q for a few seconds from Blitz. I'm going to stun the AD carry and jump on him, dodge the hook, stun Blitz. The ADC is going to die real fast. Then we can get on the Blitz, get a Q burn on him, and Vayne is going to finish him off. Now these guys down here are going to take this tower out, but we're going to kill them in return. Let's jump on the AD carry first because he's squishier. This takes a few attacks to kill him, and jump on the Xin Zhao. We can lifesteal. Now I'm 9-3, so now the only thing we have to watch out for is the fed Darius on the enemy team that's 11-3. Let's catch this guy out here. He takes a lot of damage real fast, so I'm pretty confident that we can win this. Last team fight here, and then I'm going to show you a different game. So this team fight, Darius got caught out in the front a little bit. Stunned him, we burst him down. I pop Ghost, run back in here. Chase these guys down, they're not going to get away from Udyr with Ghost. Chase these guys as far as we need to, they are not going to get away. And this game is pretty much over, so let's move on to the next game. And in this game I actually built Edge of Night instead of Duskblade. I had a pretty slow start this game, didn't get any kills after the first clear, so I just did an early recall, picked up boots, a hunter's potion, and now it just ran straight down to bot to try to get a kill down in bot lane. They have pretty bad mobility, they don't have any dash abilities, so that's a good lane to gank. It's going to be a little bit hard to kill this Rise, and my top lane is already winning his lane without me helping him. Looks like a good time to just camp bot lane. So let's try again, let's just dive these guys. Get on the AD carry. I got pinned against this tower for a couple seconds, somehow. But we do get the Jinx, and we get out alive. So now let's head over to this dragon. Use this to check if it's warded. And they do have the scuttle vision, but if you jump over the back wall here, they can't see you behind dragon. They can't see your icon on the map, so the only way they can notice you're doing dragon is if they actually look at dragon and see that it's faced backwards and losing health. I just saw this control ward pop up right there, so I know the support is nearby. Let's jump over this wall. Meanwhile, the AD carry dies, and we can just slowly push in and dive this Janna eventually. So there goes Janna's ult, and his flash. Now we're going to finally finish him off. So that's our third kill we picked up from bot lane. Now let's try to get another kill somewhere else up in top lane if we can keep up with him for a short period of time, because it doesn't take too long to kill people now since we're getting fed. So Yasuo dies pretty quick. Let's invade and try to find the enemy jungle. Here he is. And it's a Warwick. I'm a little bit scared to 1v1 this guy. Would have been pretty close. Thank you to my top laner for coming to help me out. leave a deep ward over here, and then let's go down and take out this tower. And after this, we can head over to the dragon, which is about to spawn. I do have the Edge of Night complete now, so right here I'm going to run up behind this guy and activate Veil. Just in case he tried to knock me up with his tornado, I can block it. But he's dead anyways. Let's run up to this Baron. That Veil is a pretty strong item because it only has a 30-second cooldown and the shield lasts for 10 seconds. And it only takes a couple seconds to channel it, and you can move while channeling it. So now that we got Baron, let's group push this bot lane. Janna's going to be dead. Let's try for this inhib as well. Thresh lands a hook on the Jinx. I'm going to activate my Veil and run in. Jinx is dead. Yasuo jumps to me. I stun him. Q him. He's dead. Stun Warwick. Get that last hit on Rise. Warwick dies too, and that's an ace. So this game is pretty much over, guys. I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you learned something. If you did learn something, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time.